What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Kazey Lore SC2 Finals here. This is game number 4 between Newborn and Detriment. If Newborn takes this game, he will be crowned our champion, Supreme Overlord something or other, and will be taking the win. However, we are here on Steps of War, which is a scary map for Zerg to be on. If Detriment decides to go for any sort of early pressure, we've got Newborn spawning as the yellow Zerg in the southwest corner. And up here in the northeast, we have Detriment as the purple Protoss.
Yeah, I'm still interested in seeing, some variation in Newborn's play. Maybe some Banelings, so I can start screaming so many Banelings or something. Like it'd be interesting. But I guess Detriment has had. Ooh, what is this?
We have in fact a 7 pool. I believe that's a 7 pool. Might have actually been a 6 pool with a drone right after, but he's going for something sneaky here. Apparently, he just does not want to play on this map. A lot of Zergs just don't want to play on this map. And so he just wants to go for a very, very early bust. So this is going to be a pretty short game. Whatever happens here is going to be a pretty short game.
Is Detriment going to scout it in time? The probe is in the base, and he sees the spawning pool almost done.
Yeah, he's gonna see that. He's going to make a cat face in chat. And the gateway is now in production. He needs to get down there and put up a second building of some sort. It looks like that's what he's heading down with his probe to do right now. Get up a second building of some sort so that he can get a wall in going. Yeah, there's a forge going up. He's going to be able to get a wall in pretty much no problem here. And as long as he actually makes a unit at some point in the near future, or even if he puts down a cannon. No, he's going to make a complete wall in with structures. He's going to put down a pylon there. He can make a cannon and completely shut this down as soon as this forge finishes, which it's about halfway done at this point. There are 6 Zerglings streaming across the map, but I think Newborn is pretty screwed at this point. He's been scouted, he's cheesing, he's been scouted, and his cheese is just not going to age very well, I don't think.
He's still producing Zerglings, praying that he can do something here, but yeah, those Zerglings aren't going to do anything. The forge, the gateway have just too much hit points, and the cannon is warping in.
He's gonna nibble away here as much as he can. He might be able to start doing some damage, but this pylon, or excuse me, this photon cannon is gonna finish very, very soon. He might actually work his way through that forge. It's just gotten all the way through its shields. Cannon is still not finished, so this could be scary. There is a zealot out now, and the Zerglings are gonna pull off to kill the zealot. Zealot is got himself back in the corner, so he's kind of actually mowing through those Zerglings. Looks like he took out about 3 or 4 of them before he fell, and now the cannon is up. He's bought himself plenty of time. This Overlord is here just now. Apparently, he thought he was going to attack.
Commit suicide, but, yeah.
but that 7 pool, 6 pool, whatever it was, did not actually go that well, and Newborn is now actually supply blocked by quite a bit. He is a full Overlord in the hole, and he's going to need to do something if he wants to get back in this game. Unfortunately, there is now a Cybernetics core coming up for Detriment. Gas going up. Detriment's going to be able to move into a very, very normal build here, no problem. And Newborn is just kind of screwed. I'm going to pull up the resources tab, or no, excuse me, the income tab, and look at the harvester count. Newborn is very much behind, 12 harvesters to 15 for Detriment, and that is a huge amount this early in the game.
Detriment should be continuing his harvester count, though. He's stopped pumping probes himself, so it's a little bit interesting that he's choosing to kind of, I don't know, maybe he's going to do a counter all-in right now, or because if he's planning on going into the economic route, he should really continue playing normal play and just carry this advantage into the middle game.
Yeah, well, a bunch more drones coming out now for Newborn. He's trying to get caught back up in that regard. Detriment's actually just making a bunch of cannons at his front, so I'm not sure what his plan there is. Looks like he has finally started making probes again. In fact, chrono boosting, realizing he has a ton of energy on that Nexus and not nearly enough probes. So he's going to start cementing that harvester lead in a hurry, I would imagine here. Of course, Zerg are capable of producing drones very, very rapidly. So So we may actually see this go on a little bit longer here now. Yeah, I feel as though Detriment probably could have made a move of some sort there, gotten himself out. If he'd been a little bit faster on producing those zealots earlier on, he might have been able to get more of those out and just been able to counter push as soon as he fought off that early rush. But now at this point, it looks like Newborn would actually be able to produce enough to you choking to death there. You gonna make it?
I'm all right. Apparently, the little boys gave me some sort of disease.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Lair now coming up for Newborn. He's gonna move into something, I would imagine. I kind of don't think it can be Mutas, unless he's trying to go one base Muta, which is less than good. He's got a spine crawler up and going, and he's actually getting a, looks like he's getting an evolution chamber now as well. But he needs to. I think he just sent. No, he's gonna send one guy back. Anyway, he needs to plan out what his tech switch is going to be if he's going into Lair. He needs to get an expansion up. Very, very desperately needs to get that expansion up.
I don't think Newborn had much of a after plan after his 7 pull, because now I think he's just playing super defense. He's got a spine crawler coming, like you said, the evolution chamber probably, so that he can get some anti-air just in case he's fearful of Detriment doing another void ray play. So I don't know. He kind of is in the stinker still. He has no expansion and it's just kind of sitting back playing defense.
So warp gates are about halfway finished for Detriment. He's only got 2 gateways, 2 more of them in production. He also, it looks like he's going into a 4-gate build at this point, which is honestly after a 6 pull, 7 pull, whatever that was. Honestly, is a pretty good choice. Normally I don't like a 4-gate just because it makes it really, really hard to take an expansion. You're kind of stuck on one base for a long time. But at this point, I would imagine, assuming he can actually get his units out of his base, which might be a problem. Might have to kill off a pylon or something here. But with that 4-gate, it looks like that's actually what he's going to do. As soon as I say it, he's going to start attacking this pylon here so he can move out. But with a 4-gate at this point, knowing that that Newborn is very, very much behind, he's going to be pretty strong with that, I would imagine.
Looking at the resource tab, they're actually still pretty even in terms of unit composition, but I think most of Newborn's is actually drones. He's trying to power through and catch back up in econ after his 7 pull, whereas most of Detriment's is actually army units. So if Detriment were to move out pretty soon, his gateways are done, or his warp gate tech is done, and he's sitting on a lot of minerals since he never took the second gas. Well, he's not mining from his second gas, so up, and there he goes. He's moving out.
Yeah, he's actually, I think you're a little bit ahead of me again. He's actually been supply blocked for quite a while, which is, there we go, he's moving out now. He's actually supply blocked for a while, so that's probably why he hasn't been producing units. I would imagine that's why he hasn't been producing units, because that actually completely prevents it. But yeah, he's gonna warp in some more zealots and probably head out here pretty soon. And there really isn't much. It looks like he did Newborn did end up going for Hydras instead of Mutalisks, which makes sense given that he was stuck on one base. They're a little bit cheaper to produce, but unfortunately, I think Newborn, or excuse me, Detriment. I keep getting them backwards. I don't know why. I think Detriment has a stronger army composition at this point. He's actually warping in this proxy pylon up here on the high ground as well. Going to be able to let him spawn in units right down here on these cliffs and be able to reinforce in a hurry. So there's definitely going to be a push coming out of. It looks like Newborn actually spots it, but there's definitely going to be a push coming out very, very soon here from Detriment. And looks like here we go.
Pretty big engagement, but Newborn is utilizing the ramp to kind of, funnel all the zealots towards him, minimize the damage he's taking, and walk him into the spine crawler. But it looks like there's just too many units from Detriment, and with that forward pylon, any second now he'll be working in more units to back up the units he just lost. Yeah,
the zealots are going to eventually fall. It looks like no, they are gonna actually make it. The second spine crawler comes up, but that's going to fall down pretty quickly. He's going to pull his drones, actually just send his drones away, trying to save them. because he knows he cannot lose his economy at all at this point. But yeah, this hatchery's going to go down, and that's going to be all she wrote as soon as that hatchery is down. He's got more units, more stalkers warping in the back. Zerglings spawning in and immediately getting taken out. A whole bunch of Hydralisks have had the worst birthday present ever. It happens to be a bunch of Zealots and Stalkers in this case. That's not exactly what you want for your bar mitzvah. So they're going to go down. He's trying to kill the larva. Those take forever to die. Warping in another forward pylon just to be able to be a few steps closer. And here he comes up into the main now. Just a handful of Zerglings here to defend.
I never considered Hydralis as Jewish.
Well, they were trying to become a man, and instead they just became a pile of meat.
Yeah, this game should be over pretty soon. He's pulling drones. There are no drones left in the mineral line. And there it is.
Yeah, GG from Newborn, and that's what I get as well from Newborn.
Admits to suffering the fate of a cheese.
Unfortunate thing about cheese is as soon as you are scouted, as long as your opponent has any idea of what to do, you're basically screwed. And that's exactly what we saw there. Detriment saw that the 6 pool was coming. He built the units, he walled himself in, and that was all she wrote. So we're going to wrap this up and go ahead and go over to game number 5. Detriment does manage to stay in here for at least one more game, so we're going to see if Newborn can close it out in the next match, if he's going to try anything crazy again, or if Detriment's going to push it on and try to come back. So we will see you guys momentarily.
Adios.